Hello everyone, today is Thursday, September 13th. It's 3:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my computer clock is on my right, and you can see the date and the time, and on my left is the time and sales, the E-mini S&P currently trading at 29.03. So things are somewhat returning to normal. Back here where I live, we had a tropical storm and a lot of rain, and internet went down, power went out. But anyway, trying to get back to normal here. So we have a video today. First up is the DAX on the 150 Kanashii tick chart, which has been super consistent for us. And looking at the swings here, we see one loser and three winners back to back, and somewhat difficult swings to trade, because if you got in this trade here, let's just say you were trading manually, you basically went sideways in a range for maybe 30 minutes or so, and then you got a drop here, and then you got a nice reversal to the long side, and then a nice reversal to the downside. This would be very difficult to trade manually. Sometimes the market doesn't trade technically, but the auto trader catches these kinds of swings. And so on this 150 Kanashii chart, this probably hit its goal at 25.50 and had some slippage. And there were some trades before here. It started off kind of actually way back here, so it was kind of an up down up day. Drew down just slightly here and then drew down again, but not before first making an equity high pretty early on of about $1,000, and then it drew down about $400 and then came back and hit its goal, mostly because of these three excellent trades here. Okay, the DAX on the Super Renko 14 with the larger goal had a pretty serious drawdown here, about 800 per contract, 850 per contract on a couple of trades here, but then came back to make an equity high of about 900 with three winners in a row. And then it had a small loser, and then a nice winning trade here, a short, that brought it to an equity high of about 2100, and then settled in at 1562 with these couple of trades here. So, there is a lot of volatility in the DAX. A 14 tick Super Renko time frame is pretty good size. Okay, the crude oil on a regular 987 tick chart has been quite consistent for us. And note the line break and the indicator signals here, giving some great signals. And even after it hit its goal, there was some nice line break signals here. There's actually green dots right here for the long, so you would have gotten this long on this retracement actually. And anyway, this hit its goal of 1300 and had one tick of positive slippage, and there was no losing trades. Look at the equity curve here. This is trading three contracts, and as stated, this chart has been very consistent. Okay, the DAX on a 377 Kanashii chart had a split trade here, a winner and a loser, and then a winning trade here, which brought it up to its goal, I believe, of 1550. And so we had a couple of ticks of slippage on our market order exit. Okay, the DAX on a 16 Super Renko had a minor drawdown of about 100 per contract, and then came up and made an equity high of 1500 earlier on. Had a couple of losers and drew down just above break even, and then came back up to another equity high of about 1800, and then finished at 1525, mostly because of these couple of trades here. Okay, the E-mini S&P on just a regular 5 Renko chart, and we've seen this chart quite a bit. This has been really consistent, and there was 2 winning trades back to back here. This is using a higher time frame filter, and this did 1,025. Our goal is 1,050, and this is trading 3 contracts. Okay, the crude oil on a Superenco 6 tick, nice signals on the indicators, and the Autotrader pretty much automates that, and it looks like we had a total of 5 trades. We had 1 loser here, so you can kind of see the equity curve. Kind of nice angle up here, 45 angle up, with the exception of this losing trade here, which wasn't too large. Anyway, this did 980 for the day, and our goal is 1,000. So a couple of ticks of slippage, but very nicely placed trades, and again, would be somewhat difficult to pull this off manually. Okay, the crude on a 150 high Kanashii chart, and once again, really great looking signal on the indicators here. And if we go back on the chart, we have the Autotrader. Okay, on the crude 150 high Kanashii, we finally come back to the open here, and we started off with a drawdown of a couple of $100 per contract, and then came back with a fantastic short trade here. A couple of small winning long trades, but then this short trade here, really nice looking. And so there was some volatility on this chart, and finally it made its way to its goal. And all this happened in 90 minutes of trading, and it was these 2 trades that brought us to our goal. But the main takeaway from this is that the Autotrader has the ability to absorb losers, even 3 or 4 in a row like this. So there is some observation required to arrive at what you want your daily goals to be, because notice here early on in the first hour of trading, we made an equity high of probably about $800 or so, right about here, before we had a drawdown, and then we gained it all back. But still, the Autotrader's ability to handle losses is quite good, and that can always be improved by experimenting with your settings. Okay, we have an open position here. The ES on a Superenco 4 tick is currently short 1 contract. It just exited this trade here. Here's our short entry. And so we have a closed P&L of 150 and an open P&L of just under 100. So very, very modest gain here. Today was a mediocre day for the Autotrader, but still a couple of standouts. And as we were watching this, it just closed this position just now. So a closed P&L of 225 on 2 trades. 3 trades actually, small loser right here. Okay, this is a new time frame. I haven't run the DAX with a higher time frame filter before, but here it is here, a Superenco 8 tick and a higher time frame filter of a Superenco 6 tick. So the higher time frame is within the swings here, and the goal on this is only 750, so I deliberately set a tight goal, and that was hit here. Only 1 loser here, very small loser, but nice looking trades and pretty tight money management on this chart. The first target is only 6 ticks, and the second is a runner, and then trailing at 6 ticks. In other words, as soon as I hit my first target, I'm trailing by the volatility stop 1 bar ago. That's what this signifies here, with 1 tick below that bar. And then I'm at 10 ticks, I'm trailing by 0 bars and 0 ticks. The volatility stop, that is. So it's this value here, whatever price that is. And then at 15 ticks, I'm trailing by 0 bars. And so it's pretty tight money management here. A limit order with a 2 tick pullback on 2 contracts, and this hit its goal. with one tick of slippage, and the money management idea seems to be working, at least certainly today it did. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.